Aloha everybody and welcome to part 9 of Mega Man ZX Advent. We are now playing in the Control Center, which may look a little bit familiar if you've played the first game. Is it hot in here or what? That building is the Control Center for several energy furnaces in the surrounding city, but the Mavericks have caused an uncontrollable thermal runaway. If we don't do something, the energy furnaces will explode. These guys don't mess around, do they? We don't know how long those furnaces have until they blow. Do something to take charge of that control center. Will do, Master Thomas, will do. So this place has a whole bunch of chandeliers. It's a pink office-type building. I seem to recall a place like this in the first ZX. I can't quite place my finger on it, though. Where were we last time? Either way, the door on the right goes to an elevator. Do not take the elevator doors. Instead, become Rosespark, ride up the wires, and go above the elevator and don't activate it. This section's actually rather easy because the flamethrowers don't start shooting their fire until they come in range with you. You know, they're sort of spawning in just like all the enemies would. And you can just hold up and they never really go off in time. Anytime you come up to a bump, like if there's a flamethrower above you and you need to switch wires, just switch wires, hold up, but I just hold up. You know, if I come up to a bump, switch wire, hold up. If I come up to a bump, switch wire, hold up. And the flamethrower never shoots its fire on me. So, yeah. The reason you take the wires is that. The life up. My health bar got a little bit bigger. I got 3 of 4 life ups in the whole entire game. I only have 1 more to collect, which is always fantastic. And if you take the elevator, it's a lot slower. You have to dodge a whole bunch of electric attacks while riding the elevator, and there's no way to actually combat anything. You're just sort of dodging things as you're riding up. And, again, you get locked out from the life up. Like, as soon as you exit the elevator doors, you'll be in this hallway, and there's no way to go back out and get that life up. So, take the wires with Rosespark. Rosespark's one of the first Suitoroids you'll ever fight, so you have no excuse not to have him. And, yeah. Now we just gotta dodge flamethrowers outside of those wires, outside of the elevator area. And we'll be fine and hunky-dory. Until we run into a mini-boss. So this guy's really easy to take care of with Model F. Again, Model F's pellets are super powerful, and once you destroy the bottom one, I get underneath all the other 4, and I just shoot upwards and destroy them so quickly. They can still curve their bullets to where you are, and you can dodge them in time, but generally I find they always shoot above me, and I have plenty of time to just eliminate all the other turrets before they ever get a chance to do anything. And that's just the power of Model F. That is the speed and ferocity that those pellets have, and it's fantastic. With this section, it's kind of annoying to wall jump unless you're playing as Buckfire because he has these giant lunges that go to the opposite side, and a lot of these walls and platforms seem to have been designed for him. So become Buckfire, keep launching wall, and it's pretty fun to time the jump button presses to go jump, 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 you know? I actually like climbing this section with Buckfire. It's pretty damn fun if I do say so myself. So, in the original ZX, there was a place with chandeliers, you know, nice comfy chairs, elevators. It had this weird little spinal column in the middle here. This looks a lot like Slither Incorporated. In the original ZX, the final area of the game where we took on Big Bad Serpent was Slither HQ, and it looked very much like this. The exact same layout and everything. They never state that the control center is Slither Incorporated. Like, they never say that, oh, this control center was repurposed from the old Slither Incorporated building. So it might just be, like, a really similar building, but it has pretty much every single set piece from that level that was in the first game, including a lot of the Cyber Elf containers that were leading up to Serpent's room, where we had our final boss fight. So this may have been Slither Incorporated's office. And, it's kind of interesting. Like, look, these are the Cyber Elf chambers right here. And just like with Serpent, going into this doorway will take us to the boss.
It's been a while. But I see you're surviving the game of destiny. Well, have you found anything out about yourself?
I've learned that I'm nothing like you.
Funny. I was under the impression that we were two peas in a pod. You're bitter at me for making you look like a fool in front of your friends. You're here to fight for revenge. Same as me.
I don't know what it is you're fighting for, but I'm different. I just don't appreciate you using people for your entertainment, as if you know everything.
Stop quibbling and trying to rationalize your own actions. You think you're some kind of a hero, but one day you'll wake up and realize you'll never be a hero.
What did you say?
That's right, remember that. The next time we meet, I won't just be retrieving Model W's. No rush. I'll cut you to ribbons soon enough. Look forward to it.
Ugh, he makes me sick. My, did little Prometheus leave already? He's so impatient. In a moment, the energy furnaces will explode, and a beautiful fire flower will bloom, filled with sweet nectar, the nectar of terror. I'll never let your horrible flower bloom! Oh, it's you. The Mega Man Model A that Prometheus talked about. I'm Queen Bee. I'll give you a taste of my special nectar. Despair, with a touch of bitterness.
Okay, so Queen Bee is actually rather easy when you switch to Model F. I'm going to be customizing Model F's bullets so that they go straight up into the sky, very high, and then at the very end, they curve. That way, I can attack this beehive. So the beehive is the only thing stopping me from actually damaging Queen Bee. And, again, you have to shoot, like, her insect body, but the big beehive section is always in the way. And it takes a lot to actually destroy. And if you're using Mega Man Model A, you know, the homing shot won't do it quick enough. You have to make a lot of jump charge shots and stuff. So having these curved Model F bullets really helps. And then you can just pretty much lay waste into her with Model F by shooting upwards into the sky. And the beehive, when it explodes, also causes damage for Queen Bee as well. So it actually does damage the more beehives you destroy, which is always appreciated. But, again, with the curved bullets, you can stop her from doing anything. Oh, by the way, I got a medal. I'll talk about that later.
What? You refuse my precious gift of despair? Ow!
Like Leg Anchor from the first ZX game, Model F makes this boss fight a complete joke, a complete non-issue, because you can always destroy the beehive before Queen Bee does anything significant, and it's pretty damn satisfying. Really satisfying if I do say so myself. And now we could become Queen Bee, which is always special. I presume that's the main computer which controls the energy furnaces. This can't be! The cooling function can't keep pace with the thermal runaway! Rip out the core module and shut down the main computer by force. How are we gonna take out the core module? It's huge! Hey, change it to Queen Bee! She was carrying some kind of a big canister before, right? Shouldn't we be able to raise the core module up the way she did? That's right, Queen Bee is actually very useful for pulling out giant, like, objects that she can fit into. There's a lot of things that she can lift by actually sliding inside and lifting it that way, but, Queen Bee, this is how she plays. She can fly infinitely as long as she has biometal energy. You notice my energy bar is actually going down every time I take a little bit of a hover. She can charge up her shot to do a power shot, and she can do regular shots which don't cost biometal energy. But that's all she does. She flies, she shoots stinger bullets, and she can pull containers up like that. It seems to have switched over to a subsystem somehow, and the thermal runaway has stopped. The auto-recovery system should kick in momentarily. Thank you for your help. And booyah! That's that level. You can go back in, but you can't, like, put it back down. She can lift things when she hops inside them, and that's pretty much it. She is very useful for reaching anything in this game, because again, as long as you have the biometal energy, she can fly wherever she wants. There's no area she cannot reach, unless there's some kind of gimmick preventing her, like some kind of gravity machine that holds you down. Speaking of which, we might find something like that in our next level. So come back for part 10, ladies and gentlemen, because we're going to be using Queen Bee's flying abilities to take advantage of the floating ruins, where I will find another sub-tank and another Mega Man. Till then,